Hello and welcome to another episode of Badman Reviews. And it's been about maybe 3 months since I've been on camera. And look at that, I'm like balding. You know, that's just something I've been dealing with. And you know, well, I just thought, just get over it. Just get on camera and let everyone see it. Now, a long time ago, I made a video about Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time cut content. And thanks to you beautiful people, yeah, I'm talking to you, blazing it XX42069XX360 no scope, this one's for you. I'm gonna make a video on the rest of the 3D Zelda games and their cut content. So without wasting any more time, let's talk about some beautiful Wind Waker leftovers. To start off, let's go over some unused items, starting with weapon icons that would have replaced the sword icon when you picked them up. This included the Boko stick, hatchet, iron club, and a Boko stick as a placeholder for the longsword and spear that don't have their own pictures. More interestingly, Link would have been able to equip himself with water boots that would have allowed him to walk in or on water. We don't quite know, but you can see an animation of Link putting them on and taking them off still. There was also 2 placeholder sail icons that were probably used for the scrapped Zoro sail and Tingle sail. No one knows exactly what these sails would have been used for, but since I'm a genius, you should probably all believe me when I say the Zoro one probably made you sail through water faster like the Wii U version. And the Tingle version probably let your boat fly or find treasure or maybe just let you spawn like 4 other boats to act like your slaves. I don't know, just a hunch. Along with the sail, there was also a placeholder for another power bracelet, meaning at some point in the game there probably would have been an upgraded version of the power bracelet that you can find, and then maybe you could carry these really tiny rocks that weighed way more than they should. Moving to a different subject now, we have some interesting models like an early version of Fado. I probably said that wrong, great, now everyone's gonna make fun of me. A Dark Nut statue, and a creepy looking Poe. A very, very creepy Poe. But, I mean, if you want to talk creepy, just look at this face ball. It's a ball with a face on it. Nintendo's weird. I give up. Why is Nintendo weird? Just, first you cancel NES Classic, and now this. Why? Sup? I feel like a serial killer who's like stabbed someone and then like cut off their face and is now wearing it on his own face. Wow, this is just really creepy. Why did I put this in the script? You can blame Nintendo for this one. Moving on though, we also have transparent water that allows you to actually see some of Link's swimming animations since you can never see through the water in game. I bet you probably never noticed that one before. Also, if you Z-target in water and move just like you would if you were on land, it looks kinda funny. Back to creepy though, check out Knuckles' art studio. This beautiful place was going to be on Tingle's Island, but I really hope that they would have changed the textures of the walls because... yeah, let's just move on. Lastly, we have 2 voice clips from Jaboon. One was some sort of death cry. And the other is probably an entrance cry, kinda like the creepy laugh the great fairies do when you first meet them. Some cool off-screen stuff I can mention is the fact that there's actually a door at the top of the Ganondorf boss fight. It's never seen though because you're kind of thrown right into a cutscene, but it's there, making me think maybe there was some kind of manual build up to the fight like how it was portrayed in Ocarina of Time. The other is the triangle island used for the Tower of God Rises cutscene is actually just one island with all 3 statues on it, which can be seen if you glitch out of the map and fly over to it. Looks kinda weird, but it's still cool. Speaking of the Tower of the Gods, it was actually supposed to look a lot different. More like this, to be exact. There was a different version of the boss room and a bell tower area you would actually enter, unlike in the final game. It seems like the Tower of Gods went through a lot of changes before finally being completed, which is pretty cool to see how it's changed throughout the game's creation. Now I think it's time to move on to Twilight Princess and see what fantastic stuff has been cut from that Wii U/GameCube hybrid game thing. So, let's jump into it. What you just heard was the E3 Twilight Princess field music, which played at the main menu of the demo. Another one that sounds similar was ripped from the Nintendo DS Download Play demo. Other title sounds are featured that would play after selecting a stage. Glad these didn't make it into the full game because they just sound annoying and weird. There are also 3 Wii Remote sound effects not used that include Navi saying "watch out" and "look."
Watch out! Look!
And more awkwardly placed than having your controller scream at you to pay attention is having Mario effects play in a Zelda game.
Here we go!
These were probably just test sounds since Galaxy was being made at the same time, but you still get the point. It's weird to hear it. There's an early version of the Ordon sword that looks like the icon used in the E3 2005 demo, and surprisingly, is longer than my... yeah, let's not go there. Let's just say the thing crosses the screen and explodes out of text boxes, and really has no function, just like my... let's not go there yet again. Fire arrows are also in the game and in the English version, though the same item in the Japanese version seems to point towards them actually being light arrows, though they don't work either way, so we'll never know. One cool item that you can actually get in the game through a glitch is a green potion. Magic meters don't exist in Twilight Princess, but they did at one point, and that's what this potion would have refilled if drank, but since it doesn't exist anymore, drinking it will have no effect. To get this item, you need to be playing the Wii version of the game and go to the Cave of Ordeals and fight your way down until you get to the room with several chews. Eventually, a yellow and blue chew will fall from the ceiling and merge together. Killing this new green chew and picking up its chewiness will give you a green potion and no text. Weirdly enough, in the HD remake for the Wii U, they added text for when you get this item, which pretty much states it's worthless. We also have a black chew jelly that when drank will cause you to lose 1 heart. Bottled Poe Fire also exists, which leads us to believe that you would have had to capture the Poe's fire in Arbiter's Ground and bring their flame back to the torches manually. And lastly, shield surfing was supposed to start in Twilight Princess, but was later replaced by the ice leaf used during the snowboarding section of the game. One of my favorite things that was removed has to be this Devastator looking Goron thing. Trans Gorons, more than meets the eyes. Yeah, it's just a group of Gorons that combine together to punch you in the face. Not sure why they would need that, but it's still pretty cool. Maybe you would have had to use these cut bomb flowers to destroy the Devastator Gorons, or maybe they would have just, been your friend and you could ride them around Hyrule Field like a horse. Yeah, that's unlikely. Let's stick with the cut bomb flower thing. We also have an early design of the Castletown soldiers and the backside of Midna in princess form, which you never get to see until now, Yeah, it's just kind of creepy. There's also a giant Armos Titan that was probably a scrapped boss from the Temple of Time or Palace of Twilight, which looks pretty sweet, and I would have loved to have this boss fight, though it seems kind of familiar. Never mind. There was also a beta version of the Shadow Beasts that were later replaced with the ones we know now, but truthfully, I think these guys looked much creepier than their final version counterpart. This massive dude is also in the files of the game and was probably used as a size reference, seeing as a lot of the characters are about the size of the stripes on the weird Attack on Titan looking thing. Again, Nintendo, weird assets. Now let's talk about sorry about that. Now let's talk about some of the shorter segments, starting with Skyward Sword, everyone's favorite game. There really isn't much here besides an alternate version of Lanayru Desert, and the fact that Girahim actually steps on Link's fingers if he falls off a ledge and holds on, which you can never see without hacks. Sadly, I wanted to find more for Breath of the Wild, but there really wasn't much to find besides the whole Link riding a motorcycle and aliens attacking Hyrule thing, but those were just concepts and were never actually put into the game, unlike these few things that I was able to find. First, there is this picture that depicts Link next to Zelda making a weird Naruto-looking pose. Weirdly enough, Link isn't actually wearing his normal outfit in this picture. He's wearing his Hero of the Wild outfit, which means at some point in development, Link was supposed to be wearing this outfit, whether it meant you would get it later in the game as an upgrade, or he was just wearing it in the old memory pictures. Who knows? Let's just say, at least it looked cool. Cooler than this idea I had. It kinda looks really bad. Either way, like dolphins, right? Dolphins are great! I like dolphins. There's also an older version of the Master Sword memory picture and a memory picture for this fish. What could it mean? Is this fish a god? Could it be Jaboon? Maybe we should make a hunt to find this fish and learn its secrets. Or maybe it's just a picture of a fish. I don't know, you decide, I don't get paid to think. Lastly, I have to mention this because I know you guys will if I don't. There are 2 armor sets in the game not used, but will soon be used with the announcement of the Majora's Mask and Skyward Sword amiibos. I just want to thank all of you who've stuck with me through my rough patches of, if you haven't noticed recently, kind of semi-half-baked content. It's mostly due to the fact that my life's been really busy and, you know, I'm just trying to make weekly videos is hard. And I want to try to put more effort into this stuff from now on, so hopefully you guys can see that in this video, and hopefully you'll see it in future videos. My hair is even more messed up from all the stupid hats that I just wore, one after another. I actually have this thing sitting in front of me still. But until next time, hopefully I'll see you all in the next episode. Oh, and maybe look forward to some Let's Plays. We'll see how ambitious I get.
3 weeks later.
You know, I should really start working on that next video. Or, you know, maybe I could just play some... I just want to give a huge shout out to my top Patreon supporters of the month. So thank you Zero Master, Thomas Bethel, Grizzly Gamer, and Legend Gary. Without your guys' support, I would not continue to make such fantastic videos. So thank you all, and if you wish to become a Patreon yourself, check the description below for more details.